Hi everybody, and welcome back to Tom's Trains and Things. Well, I'm going to do another episode of detailing the tower gas project. I had more footage than what I thought I'd had, and this is going to be part 2 of detailing. So I hope you enjoyed the first one, and hope you enjoy this one also. And let's get to it, and here we go.
If you're wondering why some of the details that I'm doing, especially the real small details that I'm doing, that I'm not filming and you're not seeing it, is because this is what you would be seeing. You'd be seeing the back of my head with the magnifying glasses on, and so I don't want to show you the back of my head. There's hardly any hair there to begin with. I have a silver paint that was like a faux card. I don't have the original bottle here right now, I don't think. No, but what this is about 80% water and 20% paint. It's watered down really good. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit in the lid. Okay, set this off to the side for right now, and I got to get my little magnifying glass on. And I hope my head doesn't get in the way when I do this, but I'm just gonna try to hit the little things in here. And I'm going to be going over the lines, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe it off, and hopefully the surface is going to stay red, and then the little indentations in this piece is going to stay silver, hopefully. Okay, so take it like that, and so you could see it just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over onto this side and do the same thing. Now I was just looking at a picture. I didn't have all the pictures that I had were older style gas pumps, and the only gas pump that I had that was like this was a silver one. So, and it was all silver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit up here and on the side. In the little creases right there. Do the same thing right here in the little crease. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go along where I added the piece, and I'm going to just put that right there like that, just to give it a little hint that it's silver. And mind you, this isn't in the foreground. And it's not really in the background either, but you know, it's in between. Now the picture that I have, there's a little sign up here. So I'm just going to fill this in a little bit. And maybe I'll find a sign somewhere. Okay, so there we go. There's the gas pump. Also on these smokestacks, I'm gonna put some silver on it. Start it off with silver. Let me move this out of the way. I got a real small brush, so it's gonna take a long time, and I'll hit it with a little bit of graphite and a little bit of rust color. But this is what they start out looking like when they're brand new. And you don't have to be real precise with this, because this is you're going to be covering up most of this silver with other colors. And this is just your base color after the primer. And you put the primer on there because the paint won't stick to the white metal very well. I mean, as soon as you touch it, but with the primer on it, it works a little bit better and it sticks. A hint of the silver. That's why I water it down, because if I used the straight silver on it, it would look too shiny. Now, this is oxygen and acetylene, so it's probably green and gray. Now for the barrels, I'm using the white, the Craft Smart white. And I just shook it up already, and there's enough in the lid for me to work with. So let me get the paper towel out of the way. And what I'll do on the barrel, and I'll go over the lines a little bit, because the darker color that I use on here, maybe the blue, will cover up the edges. And this is the back side, because they don't have a lot of detail on this side here, but I'm still gonna bring it around. Now here we go on the red barrels. I'm gonna come around here. Okay, I have some of these done so far. I got the red barrels and the stovepipes. Okay, I did silver on the stovepipes and a little bit of graphite and a color called rusted pipe. Okay, and on the oxygen tank, I'm going to use leaf green for the oxygen tank, and then for the top of the shade, I'm going to use festive green, because that looks about what I remember that they look like. And for the tire, I'm going to use lamp black and soft black. I have the detail parts painted. I did the barrel in yellow because I couldn't find a good blue, and this is the side that you'll be viewing it. Okay, and then the barrels, and then the stovepipe, and the chimney I did yesterday, and I just added a little black up on the top, and the lamp. I measured the piece of brass, and that's 20 thousandths. So I got out a number 75 drill bit, and that's 20.5. So that's what I'm going to use to drill the hole through there. Put these out of the way. I'm going to center it right above the door. Okay, just make sure. So what I'll do is I'll just cut a little piece off of it. I'll cut it longer than what I need. Let it stick on the inside. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of super glue on. What I'm going to do is get super glue down into the neck of the bottle. Make sure I have some on there. And I'll just stick it in the hole right here. I'll make sure that that's straight. So just about right there. So here we got a little lamp right there by the door, sticking out just a little bit. I have my little jar of India ink alcohol solution there. This is 70%, and it's been so long since I mixed this up, I don't know what the ratio is, but you just have to play with it and to see. I have a couple of different ones, and one's dark, one's lighter, and I just did a little test piece on the back here, and just to see what it would look like, and that doesn't look too bad. I'll put it right here for a little bit of weathering. I mean, you can still tell it's white, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly brush it. I'm going to do the back first, and I'll just go across the top, and I'll just go run it across, and like underneath the windows, and you do it a little bit heavier and sort of streak it down. Okay, so you see you can see it a little bit, but not a whole lot, and that's the effect that I want to have, because it's not that old of a building. The India ink in the alcohol tends to settle down in there, so after a while you might just have to shake it up a little bit. But what I'm going to do is let this dry a little bit, see where we're at, and see if I need some more on there. If I do, I'll just put another coat on there, and then I might just lift up a couple of the boards here and there. But so far that looks pretty good. I might have to just add, just have to make it a little bit more weathered. I mean, it looks, like it's been out, but not that much. Okay, so we'll let that dry up a little bit, and then we'll hit it one more time. I was getting ready to assemble the walls on this kit, and something looked kind of funny to me, and I just laid them out and looked at it and say, these three look good, but this one here, it's too long. I've never come across this before, but I guess all their kits are like this. I don't know if anybody mentioned it to Foscal Models, but I'm going to have to cut this wall down. I'm going to take this brace out, and then I'll cut this wall to fit so I could put the four walls together. Alright, so I'm going to take this one brace off of here, and I just go in there with the chisel blade and get on this end of it here and just try to get underneath it, and it just pops right out of there. And so what I'll do is I'll just measure this up against here like this. I could use a ruler, but this works just as well. I'll put this up against there like, well, I'll use a thicker one right here. And put them together like that. Just with the chisel blade right there. Okay, so that's where I need to cut it, right there. Right here. So I'll put a square on there. I'll use this other square. I'm just gonna double check right here. Like that, and that looks pretty good. Putting the blade in the mark that I put in there, just a little cut. And as you can see, I'm holding it steady here, and I'm also taking my little finger on the side over here and making sure nothing moves there, so I can go straight down with it. This edge right here isn't going to be seen, but I got it most of the way through. You can see that right there. And so just snap that off. And what I'll do is I'll just take the sandpaper Okay, now that looks much better. We got all four walls to match, so I'm ready to glue it back, and I'm just going to leave this brace out since the brace was in there just, you know, for when I painted it, so it wouldn't warp. So we're good to go.
That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something along the way. So don't forget to subscribe right here. Subscribe right there. Okay, and we'll see you again. Bye.